Hi and welcome, everyone. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on accepting abundance. My name is Paul, and this is episode 88, and today's date is July 10th, 2018. Let me quickly go over and see if there's anyone online yet. Okay, I'm going to switch speaker systems. Okay. I don't see anybody here yet, so I got away with that. All right, sounds like everything's working. Right. Okay. All right, let's talk about abundance. Accepting abundance. All right, first of all, it's good to know that abundance obviously is the opposite of scarcity and the lack of. Abundance is what this world has to offer all of mankind, in spite of what we've been told our whole lives, okay? Abundance takes the form of money in the control of all mankind. In other words, in our hands, the people's hands. Okay? It's cryptocurrency. Those of you who are watching this video, I assume, even if you're just watching this for the first time, that you know what cryptocurrency is. You're somewhat familiar with it. Okay, now our coin is called the Billion Coin, or TBC, and it is the people's money. And you're probably thinking, what does that mean, the people's money? Isn't Bitcoin the people's money, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, whatever? No, not really. And let me explain why. Now, the Billion Coin was created over 2 years ago, and it got started on March 21st, 2016. Now, being familiar with cryptocurrency, especially with Bitcoin, because that was the first one, Satoshi Nakamoto created it back in 2009 using cryptography. That's why it's called cryptocurrency. He used cryptography-based blockchain technology, which he also created to be used as the public transaction ledger for Bitcoin. Now, for a quick understanding of the blockchain technology and its current and potential uses, you can look below the description, or look below this video in the description. Towards the bottom of the description, you'll see related information and some links, and then you can get it. Just click on those, you'll get a real quick idea. It's just Wikipedia information. But I have gone over it, and even though Wikipedia cannot be trusted in a lot of ways, it can give some good and real and true information if you know the difference. So the information is correct on those two particular subjects that I've got the links for down below. Okay, now we know that Bitcoin came out in 2009, and in the last 9 years, many other crypto coins have come out. And they were mostly all based on that original blockchain 1.0 platform that Satoshi Nakamoto had created. And as time went on over the last 9 years, obviously technology always gets better. And so people were building better blockchains platforms that could actually do transactions faster. Ethereum built their whole thing from scratch, I believe. And it's a little bit different than the original blockchain platform that Satoshi Nakamoto had put his Bitcoin on. So here's what happened, though. These coins all got put on a trading market, okay, a trading exchange, the market, okay. So they can be manipulated when it comes to their value, Because once you put something on a market, even though it has its positives, it has its negatives. As we know, just like the stock market, it can have its positives. You can, increase your money, and you can lose your money. But if you really know what you're doing, and there's not that many people that really know what they're doing, okay, you can always make money. And most of us have been hurt by the stock market. Not all of us, but most of us have. But anyway, you've got the commodities market. You've got these markets that the central bank has set up. It's their system, Wall Street, all that. And this market for coins is the same thing. People put their coins, owners put their coins on these markets, the coin market cap, and they trade them. But the thing is that the wealthy, the already wealthy, not the masses of people, but the already wealthy can come in and buy what they want. They can buy it all up because they've got the money. So they can buy the coins up. That raises the price of the coin. The masses see the price going up and they say, oh my gosh, I better jump in and buy some because I can make some money as that price continues to go up. If I go in and buy it 1,000 and then it turns out to be worth 2,000 and I sell, I've just doubled my money. So that's how that system works against the masses. Because as we know with the stock market, the crash, the booms and the crashes, the pumps and the dumps is what the wealthy do. So they pump that price up in the coin market, and then they dump, which means they sell their own coins, and that drops the price. And drops and drops and drops, and everybody freaks out, and they sell before they lose everything. Some people lose it all because it can happen so fast. It can happen when people are asleep in an hour. Okay, so they wake up and their money's gone. Their coins are gone. Well, where do those coins go? Well, when the price gets low enough, the wealthy will start to buy again. And they'll buy all their own coin back. Plus, they'll buy the coins that the people lost. They'll buy your coins if you were one of those people. And they keep doing this over time. They're very, very patient. They'll take decades to do it. Okay? They do this, and this is how they collect the wealth of the world. This is how they keep the people enslaved. Okay? Along with the fact that they took over the money system, that they've always done that. Okay? If I just want to talk about America, they took it over for the last time in 1913. With the Federal Reserve Act being passed by Woodrow Wilson 3 days after they put him in office. Okay? And what that did was that turned our money, the people's money, that the Constitution guarantees us and our government to make. They turned it over. The corrupt government, Woodrow Wilson, the puppet of the central bankers, turned it over to a private bank called the Federal Reserve. Okay? They named it federal just to kind of fool the people into thinking it had something to do with the government. It doesn't. It's a private bank. And private banks can be audited, but this bank has never been audited because it's so powerful, they've not allowed themselves to be audited. So they've been able to do whatever they want over the decades here in America for 105 straight years without having anything touch them. Okay? And by 1971, when they took us off the gold standard, that was it for that cash. Okay? That's when it became complete fiat currency. There was of no value at that point. So from that point on, the debt was just unreal. It was pure debt from 1971 on. Those of us who have lived since 1971 have experienced that, and we know that. Okay, they came out with something called the credit card right after 1971 in the 70s. And most people in America thought that was the greatest thing in the world. The greatest invention in the world was the credit card, right? They were in the background laughing their heads off because we were just putting ourselves in more debt. Well, they knew that they were gaining more and more control over us by doing that. Because when you're in debt to them, you're in debt to them. Who are these people? Do you even know who these people are? They're not people you put in as politicians that are in the government. No, the government doesn't have its own money. Not in America. Okay, the US dollar is not the people's money. It's not even our government's money. It is the Federal Reserve's money. That's why it's written right on there, Federal Reserve note. Okay, back to the billion coin. We came out and purposely did not put our coin on the trading market for a couple of reasons. Obviously, for the reason I just got through telling you about or talking about. And the other reason was because we have a mission behind the creation of our coin. That mission is to eliminate global financial poverty, to eliminate hunger, to bring total and complete abundance to every man, woman, and child on the face of this planet. That is our mission. That's our goal. And we're going to get it done. We've now spent 2 years achieving that. And it was based on a 5-year program. We are right on schedule. Okay, we're at the point now with 3 million people involved in our private community and our coin to just blast off over the next 3 years. And this is what our coin is. Well, let me explain how we value our coin, because obviously you know that Bitcoin and all these other coins, they're basically valued by that trading exchange. People trading it, right? It makes the price of it go up. There's also the supply and demand, because Bitcoin is only creating 21 million coins. That's all, 21 million coins, period. And when there's a world of 7.6 billion people, they'll achieve great things with Bitcoin, because there's only going to be 21 million coins made. So that price will go up over time. That's why you do see a small economy already 9 years later with Bitcoin, with people accepting it, even merchants, stores. There are some that can accept it because there's not a lot going on out there in that sense being used to buy things yet. People are building their wealth. They're trying to, okay, but it's very difficult for them to do it because the price or the value of those coins, they just keep going up and down because they're on the market. But the ones that are accepting it are just leaving it in their wallet and waiting for it to go up over time. They're not touching it. They don't need to. They got enough cash. They've got enough Federal Reserve notes going through their business that they can turn around and buy what they want, keep their business going. But they're in a very good position to accept that whatever billion coin comes in and just let it sit in their wallet. It's very good for these business people that are accepting it. It is a real option. It is money. It's like gold or silver. It can protect your wealth that you have in fiat currency. Okay? Not only that, but it's a lot harder to have stolen from you compared to gold or silver. Okay, it's just easier to carry around, right? All right, so the way our coin gets its value is from you and I. Okay, we created an algorithm that bases the value of our coin by people. Again, every man, woman, and child on the earth who joins us in our community, and we really have an amazing community. Okay, there's no other community like it in the cryptocurrency coin, well, in the cryptocurrency field. We know who we are. We know each other. We have contact with each other. We get contact with the admin, who has remained anonymous, but he contacts us and talks to us multiple times every day through a blog system. We have this mission, and if we don't have leadership and we don't have, things to do, we're not going to accomplish what we set out to accomplish. So we really do have this amazing community. Okay, so back to the algorithm. the creators of our coin created this algorithm to base the value of our coin on people, which means every time a person, a human being, fills out the registration form, it raises the value of our coin by a certain amount. What is that certain amount? Well, it is 1 grain of gold. Its value is valued on gold. Something real. So, a grain of gold is the smallest measurement of gold that's out there. And the price of gold, the way it is today, a grain of gold is worth $2.80. So every time someone joins, it raises the price of or the value of our coin, of a full billion coin, by $2.80. Very significant. Also means that the coin can never go down in price. It always goes up because people join every day. So tomorrow, when 5,000 more people join, the coin will go up another $14,000. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so. $14,000. The coin's going to go up by $14,000. So if you bought it today, you would save $14,000 if you bought one coin. But we have ways of getting that coin in your hand where you don't have to pay that much. We don't discount the coin, but admin, who has a bunch of coins, and he needs us to distribute them out, he gives the coin away. If you're willing to tell your loved ones, your family, your friends, and get them to come into the community, which will raise the value of our coin, he will turn around and reward you and them with free coins. Okay, we got a system set up called the Cookie Rewards Promotion. And it is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, because he has all these promos and things that we can do as members of this community to where we can earn these cookie rewards. And it gets put right into our back office because we each get a back office when we join. The back office is only $10 for an entire year. Okay, and there's no other costs associated with this. Okay, we even give you a free wallet to hold all your money, and we don't charge you any transactions fees when you're using the money. You can do as many transactions a day as you want and never get charged anything because it's our wallet. That is where we keep our control, because we have to have some control if we've got a mission to accomplish. We have to have a small amount of control. The new blockchain platform we just built, you can call it blockchain 2.0. We've raised our speed from what Bitcoin still is, it's 7 transactions a second, to we're doing 2,000 to 3,000 transactions per second, which is basically what MasterCard and Visa does, and they're not even on a blockchain. Okay, so of course things slowed down last year with Bitcoin because they're the number one coin being traded on the market. And every trade is a transaction, right? So they had a fork. They came out with a coin called Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is capable of doing 130 transactions per second. A whole lot more than 7, right? So it really helped out a great deal. But technology is continuing to grow. And our creators created, obviously, a very advanced blockchain system where we can do now 2,000 to 3,000 transactions. We have to be able to do exactly what Visa and MasterCard does to be a worldwide economy so that everybody in the world can use Kringles. Okay? That's our mission. And there's nothing going to stop us. Okay, so let me explain real quick exactly how the value of our coin is going to work with this algorithm. Okay, so we call it the billion coin because we are only going to create 1 billion coins. That's it. Like, for instance, Bitcoin is only going to create 21 million. They've already got in circulation about over 17 million of those coins, made. And they have deliberately measured it out over the years, okay, from what I understand, okay, and they're still going to continue to cause only so many coins to be made till they get to 21 million over the next, I don't know how many years. And then other coins, they can create them as fast as they can create them and get it all done. Okay, in our case, we created all billion coins. Now, we're never going to create more than a billion. That's it. That's it. Okay, so there's your supply and demand. It's more than enough to bring complete and total abundance to all 7.6 billion people on this earth. Okay, 1 billion of those coins is more than enough. In fact, we can bring total abundance to 3 times that amount of people on the earth. Okay, and the other reason we call it a billion coin is because the algorithm values that price on people coming in, right? Every time someone enters our community, the price goes up by a grain of gold, $2.80 right now at the price of gold. Well, where does it stop? It stops when we hit a billion members. That billionth person will stop the algorithm from going any further in its valuing of our coin. Okay, so when we hit our first billion, whatever the price is of gold, at that time, it'd be worth 1 billion grains of gold. So if the price of a grain of gold is $2.80, and it stayed that way in 2 to 3 years when we hit our first billion, and 2 to 3 years is going to go by just like that, then one of our coins is going to be worth $2.8 billion. We're going to have a billion coin that's each worth $2.8 billion. And you can have more than one coin. But if you just had one coin, you'd be a multi-billionaire. We are on a mission to create 1 million billionaires first. 1 million billionaires. Out of those billion people, just 1 million billionaires is where we're currently on our mission to get done. When we accomplish that first goal, we will then create a billion millionaires. And of course, there'll be multimillionaires and multi-billionaires. But because we have control of who buys our coin, because we have control of the wallets, until we hit that billion member. When we hit that billionth member, the creators of the coin will decentralize the wallet because there will be no point in controlling it at that point because our mission would have been accomplished. You see? So if you have one coin, okay, well, let me go back and say, you're probably thinking, well, didn't you just say that, or earlier that you said you had 3 million people? How come you don't have 1 million of those billionaires yet? Is it because the price of the coin is too high? No, that's not it. Okay, and there's a story behind that. And what happened was a year ago, after our first year in business, first year in growing our membership, okay, and getting the coins in people's hands, and the price going up, and then pieces of our coin, like pieces of Bitcoin, is called Satoshi. Ours is called Kringles. Getting Kringles out, the admin, the creators, it's a team effort. They decided to give the coin away, their coins. Okay, we can't do that. It would discount the coin. So they started this promotion where everybody who signed up would automatically get a free gift of Kringles. And at the time, it was 100,000. It was worth less than $20, but it was free. Okay, and people were accepting it. We grew from 100,000 our first year to 3 million our second year, which was March 21st of this year, 2018. Okay, so we grew by 30 times. And we were technically we had a rough year, okay, because our transactions, we were doing so many transactions peer-to-peer with each other that it slowed our system down. So we, that's when, in fact, they had already seen it coming. So they were already starting to work on that new blockchain platform. And right now, as I speak, we're literally migrating the 3 million people over to the new blockchain. Okay, we'll be done with that by the end of this month. So the point of this was, when we were giving this out, we weren't charging anything for the back office, which is your own website. You just get it. Okay, you sign up, and when you sign up, all they ask you for is a name, an email address that's real, because in the beginning you'll get 2 email addresses that you will need to open up and click on these confirmation links inside those 2 emails. And when you click on each one will create your back office for you. The other one will create your wallet. Okay, and then you may never get another email from us. Okay, but you've got to have a real email address, and you've got to confirm those 2 confirmation links. Otherwise, nothing happens. Okay, and then I think the registration form asks you to make up a username, and that's so you can have your own link, your own URL with your username at the end that you can give to your family members and friends, where they can sign up and get their free gift. And it also asks you to create a password and confirm your password and what country you live in. And that's it. That's all it asks you for. And then you push send, and then you get your emails, right? And when you confirm the back office, which is called Kringle.cash, a page will show up. And on the first page that shows up, it will have 10 questions, basically 10 paragraphs. And you'll read each of these paragraphs, and then it will ask you a question, and there'll be 2 answers that you can choose from. One's true and one's false. You'll just go through those questions and answer true or false. Okay, if you do answer and it's a false answer, it will tell you, that was false. Go back and read the paragraph again, and then, choose the right answer. So you can't fail the test. But what it does is it causes you to learn about what we are before you spend a dime. Before you spend a dime of that $10, you're going to know whether you want to be a part of our community or you don't. And if you don't, you can walk away. We're not after your money. But what happened was, last year, when we were giving this away and we weren't charging anything, we noticed that most of the people, most of them, did nothing. Not all of them. Okay? Obviously, because we did grow 30 times from 100,000 to 3 million. But a lot of them didn't do anything with it. They just accepted it, and they didn't even tell the rest of their family or anybody, their friends. Maybe they were embarrassed about them being involved in cryptocurrency because it was still new. But we thought that by last year, everybody was really coming around. But maybe we were a year too early. I just keep going back and remembering how the internet was, okay? And I remember that, 5 years after the internet came out is really when people started to come in the masses. It was about 1995, 96. And they just poured into the internet at that point, and they just haven't stopped pouring in, okay? And it matured by 2000, and then it just went crazy because the search engines came out, like Google, and social media started to come out. People didn't have to communicate with forums anymore. They just had these messaging services, and oh my gosh, it just went crazy. And here we are in 2018. Okay, so that's the same thing with blockchain technology. It's something that's new. People have to kind of get a little bit of education on what it is in cryptocurrency. But it is here, it's real, and it's not going away. And it's changing the world. Okay, so let me think if there's anything I missed out on. Okay, so you get your back office, you go through those 10 questions, and then you're going to know by reading our mission statement and answering the correct questions, you're going to know whether you're like-minded with the rest of us. Put it that way. If you're like-minded in the sense where you want to eliminate poverty in the entire world, you have no problem with everybody being wealthy. If you have no problem with that, we want you. We only need 1 billion. Okay, so we want you if that's how you feel and you have no problems with that. If you're not selfish, if you're not greedy, if it just horrifies you and breaks your heart when you see what's going on out in the world in different countries, okay, and you're asking yourself, why is this happening? Well, it's the central banks that are doing that. But the point is, we're getting rid of that whole system because it's a completely debt-based system and it has to crash. It's been over 40 years since there's been absolutely nothing backing that money up. It's not even money, it's currency. Okay, so it has to come down. And the only difference here in America is somebody's going to point the finger at someone else. The central bank is going to point the fingers at Trump and the Patriots, and Trump and the Patriots are going to point the finger at the central bankers. The only thing that's different is Trump and the Patriots are going to win because we are going to audit the bank for the first time. And we are going to show the world exactly what the central bank has done. And that's it. It's over for them. Okay? So, somebody's knocking at the door. Okay, which is the kids. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You're welcome. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, that whole system's changing, and people are moving into cryptocurrency. But because, like I said, most of the cryptocurrencies is not abundance-based, okay? If it was abundance-based, that means the coin would go up in value every day and would never go down. Okay, so that's what we have. We have the first abundance-based coin. We're not going to be the last, but we do have the first, and we're already 2 years into it. And most people don't know about us because they're all looking at the coin market cap every day to watch all the coins that are coming in. Oh, should I get involved in this one? Oh, here's an ICO, an initial coin offering. Let me check this out. And so on and so forth. And they don't see the billion coin. So they don't know about it unless they discover us, like I did a year ago when I was doing more research on Bitcoin. I had already gotten involved in Bitcoin, and I own some Bitcoin, but I was doing more research on it because I wanted to know more details about how everything worked. And I had gotten involved in it so late because when it first came out, I think I discovered it in 2011. I just said, that's crazy. Internet money, give me a break. But I was wrong, and I've been wrong before. But by 2016, it wasn't going away. So I got involved and purchased some. And in the first quarter of 2017, I was watching some videos and I came across a video on the billion coin, TBC. And I knew I had not seen TBC on the coin market cap. I saw BTC, which is Bitcoin. I knew what ETH was, Ethereum. But TBC? What is that? So I watched the video and then I said, whoa, that's different. And then another video popped up to suggest that I watch, and I watched that one. In fact, I can even remember the first two people I watched. I watched one from Sina Martin, and you guys may know her, and I also watched one from the Friendly Marketer, David Jones, out of Barbados. And there wasn't too many videos on back then, okay, but the point was, I have never looked back after watching a few of those videos. I think eventually I found 11 videos, period, at that time. And it was just it made so much sense to me that it just, man, did it spark me. It just really did a number on me. And seriously, 2 days after the 21st of March of last year, I made my first purchase from St. Martin. And then on the next day, I think I purchased some more because I just like, wait a second, why did I only buy that much? This is unlike anything I've ever seen. And so I spent my last dollar I had at the moment the next day. And I've just been in another world ever since. So, and thank God for people like Dan Lutz who just offered himself up to do these live videos on his own 3 times a week. Remember, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, he would do these things just to get the information out. He was one of the original stakeholders, okay? He was involved from the very beginning of the Billion Coin. But I can't say enough about Dan simply because I've actually known about Dan for many, many years. I never met him, never talked to him until I got involved in the Billion Coin. Then I actually did, we did communicate on phone after a while. But I was aware of him and always interested. The guy has got a mind. He's got so much experience in things. He's been around and he's done so much. That's what blows me away. But anyway, enough of Dan. There's a lot of really amazing people in our community. Tons of them. And then you think about the creators. These guys are as smart as it gets. Okay? And then, like I say, there's some very, very smart people out there in the world. Thank God. Okay? But anyway, back to the Billion Coin. If you've got a coin like ours, you can do what you want with it because it is the people's money. It will never belong to the rich. We do not allow the wealthy to come in and buy what they want. We do not. They can't. They could with Bitcoin because it's on a trading exchange. You can go in and buy all you want. Nobody can stop you. But the admin of the Billion Coin can stop you. Okay? We are controlling our wealth distribution amongst our first billion members. We have complete control over that. That's amazing. And we have to get it into your hands because if it's in the wallet of admin, it does none of us any good. If the coin that we have sits in our wallet and doesn't get used, then what is it? It's nothing. But it is something because we're using it already amongst ourselves. And we have a coin that we can take to any merchant out there. And unlike Bitcoin, we can say, look at how our coin is created. If you accept the Billion Coin or Kringle coin, you know that that's going to go up in value tomorrow. If you accept it today, it's going to go up in value tomorrow. And the next day it's going to go up. And the next day it's going to go up. And it's going to go up for the next 2 to 3 years until we hit our first billion members. And a light's going to go on in their head. The owners of these shops or these merchants or anybody that you want to make a transaction with, okay, a light will go on in their head or it's not going to go on. If the light goes on, they're going to realize, okay, wait a second. If I sell you this for $100 and I take $100 of your Kringles, tomorrow it could be worth 101. Right, exactly. And the next day it could be 102. Right. Okay, so you're at 3 million members right now and you've got to go to 1 billion before this thing tops out? Right. Okay, so basically you're talking about doubling that 8 more times. Now you know you're talking to someone smart. Yeah, exactly. So that $100 is going to double by 8 more times. So it's going to go to $200. Then it's going to go to $400. Then it's going to go to $800. And it's going to go to $1,600. And it's going to go to $3,200, $6,400. And 12,000, wait, 64, yeah, 1,200 and, well, 1,240, 1,000, no, $12,400. I'm okay. $12,400. It's going to max out, right? So I'm going to sell you this thing that only cost me $50, and I'm going to sell it to you for 100. But I'm going to end up with $12,400. That's right. Okay, where do I sign up? You see what I'm saying? All you got to do is communicate to people. And this is how the coin is going to go out. And as more and more people find out, and they're finding it out, that's why we're signing up thousands every day. And it's only going to, in fact, we're about to hit what they call momentum. We're not a network marketing company. We're not a multi-level marketing company. We're cryptocurrency, okay? But a lot of people say, well, you got a back office. I don't have a back office for my Bitcoin. Well, no, but we have a mission. Do you understand? We have a mission, so therefore we have to have a community that has to have this goal, and we have to do things to get those coins in people's hands. So we give you the education so that you can educate them, because these people are not going to find us on the trading exchanges. Oh, okay. And you can give them a link, and they can get a free amount of Kringles, which today is worth $2,100. We're giving it away free to every man, woman, and day-old child, okay, on the planet. $2,100 for free. Well, there's a $10 a year charge for the back office now, because we believe that if we charge something, and it can't be too much, because our whole mission is to eliminate poverty. We don't want to put people in poverty. And there's people out there where $10 is a little bit harder than it is for us in America to come up with $10, but it's not enough that it's going to be impossible. You see what I'm saying? People can come up with $10, but it also makes them value the gift that they're getting and realize, okay, I'm getting this back office. I paid for it. Let's check it out. And that's immediately going to get them involved. And that's what we need. We have learned from every single mistake. I don't know if you'd even call it a mistake, but from everything that's happened over the last 2 years, we have learned and overcome and made it better and better and better and better and better. And this is what I love about this admin. They are so determined to accomplish this mission. And us that are involved, we are so determined to ride the wave of this prosperity, of this abundance. Okay? We have a ship that's in the harbor, or you can say it's docked. And it's been there since 2016, March 21st, 2016. It's been there and hasn't left. Okay, all those other ships, those other coins that have come out and got put on the trading exchange, as soon as they're on the trading exchange, they undock themselves and they start moving out into the harbor, right? And people are coming on, I better buy it before it goes up in value, blah, blah, blah. And then the ship goes, it hits the main, and then it's gone. Okay, and now you've missed the ship. Okay, it hasn't happened. That's not how it works with the Billion coin. The ship is staying right there on the dock. It's still there 2 years later, because we can get that coin in your hands. A coin that's worth right now $8.4 million a coin. We can get it into your hands for $100. Not from any member, but from admin. It's a gift, a reward from him. He cannot discount anything he gives away. It doesn't work that way, but it does with us. He can do what he wants with his money. You understand? And so this is how the whole system was set up. And there's, like I said, there's no stopping us. You have not missed the ship just because you're listening to this video for the first time. Okay? We are still giving the gift out. We will until we get to our first billion. And we will get you coins in your hands, full coins if you want to become a billionaire or a multi-billionaire. If you don't, we'll make you a millionaire, if that's fine with you. Okay, so let me think if there's anything else I want to say today. I think that's it. I did want to, let me see if I can get over here. First of all, let me say hi to everybody if I can get my computer to work. Hi, Stephen, Diana, Doc, Joe, Musa, Brian, how you doing? Okay, thank you so much for supporting me. I saw a blog today, and let me share my screen real fast. I'll go through this real quick, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. Okay. This blog is called The Choice is Yours, where you earn an income. Now, as I read this blog, I don't know about you guys, but it reminded me of, okay, there are people that are even in my little community, and I have a Telegram group, a group of people that I was a leader over when that system was set up. And we had a group in Telegram, and a lot of them would ask, hey, where is the cash out button? Okay, how do I make money from this cryptocurrency? Well, of course, they didn't understand that our cryptocurrency is money, and we just have to use it as money. So we have to get it out and let people know that it is money. But there are ways, obviously. We have to sell the coin in order to get it into other people's hands. Yes, the admin can give it away, and they are. But there's ways that he has to help both us and anybody that comes in to be a member to also earn some extra money. We can sell the coin. If we have enough, it's not going to bother us, right? We, as people who have come in and gotten enough coin to where, it's not going to hurt us to sell some Pringles to people. And so that's what we do. And we can take Bitcoin, and we can take, Litecoin, and we can take Ethereum, or we can take cash. You can pay me in PayPal. Okay. So we will take that worthless fiat cash that we could take to the store and grocery store and spend it. I don't think you could spend Bitcoin at the grocery store. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, this is basically coming from those types of people. This is in response, admin's response. This is on his blog. We call him, even though it's a team effort. He calls himself Kris Kringle because he's Santa Claus. He's giving the gift out, and that's where we get the name Kringles from. But he's got this chart here, okay? Income comparison, job, business, TBC. And what's the difference? And the top thing says, what people like. Things that people like about these three things, okay? What they like about a job is there's guaranteed payment, okay? There's not guaranteed payment if you own your own business, right? You've got to go out there and work your own business, whatever it is. If it's reupholstering, the inside of cars, or whether, you're selling mountain bikes, you've got to do some work, right, in order to get paid. You've got to do sales. You got to advertise. You got to bring the business in, whatever it takes. Okay? TBC, there's no guaranteed payment. Okay? Unless you do the same thing. You go out and share it, and somebody says, well, geez, I'd like to have more than a gift. Right? I'd like to have more than a gift. Paul, how can I get more of the gift? Well, you could buy some Pringles. Yeah, but gosh, the price is so high now, I'm not really getting much. Well, guess what? Admin will give you a full coin in the form of cookie reward points right into your back office. If you purchase $100 of Kringles at the current daily price from me, admin will see that when the verifications are verified on both sides of the blockchain, he will put an equal amount of cookie points into your back office that you can redeem for one full coin during a redemption month. And we have those every 5 months. We just got done with our second one in May. And the next redemption month will be November. So come November 1st, you'll see a little green button pop up in your back office under your cookie rewards. It'll say redeem. You can click on that button and those cookies will disappear and they'll end up as real Kringles in your wallet that you can immediately spend. Okay? Now, how's that for leverage? First of all, if you come in and you spend $10 to get our back office in our lifetime wallet with no transaction fees, you're going to get $2,100 worth of coin. How's that for leverage? You can just do nothing after that and just watch that $2,100 go up in value. It will go up close to $300,000 by the time it doubles by 8 times, right? I think that's what it is. But the point is, if you spend another $100, which is what most people are doing, okay, I'll be honest with you, they're coming up with 110 when they join, and they're getting at least one full coin. Okay, which will make them, if the price of gold remains the same as it is today, it will make them a multi-billionaire in 2 to 3 years. $100 is going to be worth $2.8 billion if the price of gold stays the same. If it goes up, it's going to be worth more. If the price of gold goes down, it'll be worth a little less. Do you understand, those of you who are brand new to this and watching this video, maybe for the first time, do you see the power? And do you understand that it's not too good to be true? Because we are on an algorithm that the only way our value increases is to get it into your hands. And admin is going to do everything he can. Because otherwise, the whole purpose of the creation of our coin was worthless. Right? We are going to get 1 billion people with Kringles in their hands. Kringles and full coins in their hands. We're going to get 1 billion. And then all the rest of the world will be using Kringles. Now, any other monetary system is fine. The more money in the world, the better the world is. Especially if it's controlled by the people of that country, not the central banks, which they're going to have to go away. It's just that time. We've had enough of them. The world's had enough of them. You see what's happening in the world. They are rebelling against that so-called U.S. dollar, that Federal Reserve note. They're starting to back their own money up with their own gold. Okay, so this chart is really interesting. You can find this on the blog, which is at blog.thebillioncoin.info, which you'll find down below in the description of this video. You can go on there and look for this one. It's called The Choice is Yours, where you can earn an income. I don't want to spend any more time on this because I want to do a few other things, and it would take, I realize, a little while to really get this across. So I might spend a whole live broadcast on this tomorrow because it is so interesting. When I went through this, I said, wow, I know where he's coming from. I know what he's saying, and I know who he's addressing. But there's so many people out there that are trying to make money right now on the internet. This is basically for them, okay? This really, cryptocurrency, well, even cryptocurrency people are trying to make money, right? That's why they're buying and selling on the trading market. But if they're smart, they're hanging on to their Bitcoin. And they're hanging on to their cryptocurrencies. It would be like, if you had gold and you just, I don't want gold anymore, so I'm going to sell it. How smart is that? So he just talks about history and how we used to always have a job and always had, pensions, were always there. It was like written in stone, you're going to have a pension. And all that's changed. There's nothing anymore under the system we're under. That's why we're getting rid of it. So that means you need to wake up more to that reality, because I know you're already interested in cryptocurrency if you're brand new and you're watching this video. Okay, so this will help explain how our coin can change all of that whole system in just, what, 3 paragraphs here? 1, 2, 3. And this chart. Okay, and for all those of you who are trying to make money, seriously, you're really trying to make money because you need to make money and you need to stay at home. You need to work your own hours, whatever it is. This will show you how. Okay, because it is really, really simple. Okay, I watched a video today from Cedar Martin, who was the person I told you that I purchased my first Kringles from 2 years ago. She came up with a really good video about how easy it is to have cash flow when you've got the billion coin or Kringles. It's simpler than you can imagine. So I'm probably going to put that in the description below also. I just need to finish watching it. Okay, so all right, let's come back and get out of the sharing screen mode here. Thank you guys for watching again today. And tomorrow is Tuesday. I've already scheduled. I did get 5 o'clock, so I'll be here same time, same place, same channel. Pacific, 5 o'clock Pacific Daylight Savings Time. And because I'm in Nevada, I'm not in Arizona. Okay, they're still on regular time. Let me think if there's anything else I wanted to say before I sign off. And there isn't, except for, it only takes an individual 5 to 10 minutes to find out if this community is for you, for them, for you, and to know whether you want to participate and give up $10. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes to go through those questions. And 5 or 10 minutes, that will also include signing that registration form, okay, and hitting the submit button. And it takes only seconds for you to get those 2 emails. You'll get them in less than a minute most of the time. You may have to look in spam, so on and so forth, but it will tell you how to find those emails. It'll even tell you what kind of an email to use to make sure you get it. Okay, we've got everything covered. You won't believe what we are. Okay, and it won't take you very long to find out what our mission is before you spend $10. You will either want to really, really bad, or you just won't at all. And then you just walk away, and all you've lost is 10 minutes. Okay, so please, for your sake, for your family's sake, your entire family, your children, their children, their children, okay, and all your friends and their children and their families, do it. Do it. Just find out about it and then take it from there. All right, thanks. And again, all these videos are on my YouTube channel, which is Paul Fisher. Okay, and I will be here tomorrow, and we'll talk some more. So you guys have a great evening, day, wherever you're at, and be happy.